Sam.
I'm your co-host, Sam.
Yeah, Sam is completely out of frame for our YouTube cast.
For a real actual thing? All right, good deal. Guys, we got 8 cameras going, bunch of different stuff. It's going to be a disaster, but that's going to be okay.
I feel like we need a picture of the MacGyver setup at the end of
and you know why we can't get a picture at the end of it? Because both of our phones are right up there.
We'll have to get your wife.
We're on IG Live with me. I can't read your comments, so you can say all the hate you want. Won't hit me. See it.
I'm on TikTok Live with me. I also can't see your comments. So
but do not put hate on Sam's page.
Don't do that.
Don't you do it. Yeah.
Don't you do that. Okay, so...
What are we talking about today, Samantha?
We're talking about something I love talking about, which is...
I'm just adjusting your mic here. Okay. Yeah. Don't you worry.
Something that I really love talking about are skills.
Yeah.
Not soft skills, okay? This is how I like to...
These aren't soft skills.
These are not soft skills,
okay.
No.
We'll find... Yeah.
This is how I like to define this
It felt
game.
a little soft me creating them, but yeah, that's fine.
Okay, but I want to get into the proper mindset, okay? So everyone's got a resume. I hope you should.
Yeah, anyway. If not, rewrite it, rework it, get it together.
Exactly. So I like to play this game called, what's a skill that you have? 100% you are committed to this skill that in no way would serve your resume, but it is a skill that you possess. And the example I like to give, for example, let's say that you know every single word to TLC's Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls.
I thought you were going to say We Didn't Start the Fire, and then I was going to end the podcast there. I was like, this is enough. I'm not interested. Yeah,
this is the last something.
Yeah, no, that's a great choice. Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
So, and what purpose does that serve? But the point is that if your boss said we have a major client, a major stakeholder on the phone right now, and they need to hear every lyric to TLC's Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls, or we lose out on a multi-million, just stakes are high. Yeah. You're like,
it's time to find a new job.
Yeah. And you could do it. So it doesn't necessarily have to be singing or knowing every lyric, but that's still a skill. But are you going to put that on your resume? No.
Is that an example for you?
No, I don't know that. That's an example. I like to play this game. This is my semi-icebreakery game that I'll play when I've worked for other people in different group settings.
Nice.
Because I think
so this is just a recycled podcast idea right now. That's good. I just want to know. It's okay. It's okay.
Well, I think as a creative, I think it allows other people to get into different parts of themselves that they might not think are worth sharing. For example, This one guy was and he was in mental health and had a master's, still has, I assume, a master's in public health, and we were working in counseling. And when we played this game, he's like, my skill, he's like, I can take apart any mechanical item and put it back together and it will work. And with absolute confidence, they're like, there's nothing that I can't take apart and put back together.
That sounds like the start of
Dexter.
Just some sort of serial killer. I don't know who it is. Yeah, it does. It does have that type of feel, for
and
sure.
And some people might think that is a skill to put on a resume. Yes, if you were in some sort of field where that would be necessary. But the point of it is, what skill do you have that for your current career pursuit or ambition or what you're currently doing, it serves no purpose?
Nice. You want to start us off, or you want me to start us off?
No, I want you to start us off.
All right.
Doctors first.
So I think
because you have crib notes.
Well, I jotted 5 things down here, or whatever. So anyway, but most of it probably relates to my memory. Is that's I know. Yeah, it's stupid.
But some of your memory stuff
is disgusting.
Yeah, it's fun. It's wild.
So probably the biggest example is that I can list. Not only a lot of it's baseball related. I got a shit ton of baseball memorabilia here if you're curious, but. I can list every single member of the 500 home run club and tell you how many home runs they've hit. Mm-hmm. If you tell me how many home runs somebody has hit in the 500 home run club, I will let you know who those people are. And I can do that to the actual number.
Yeah.
And then I was playing with my friends because they were trying to test this a little bit. Mm-hmm. And there were around 300 people who are in the 300 home run club. And I can get most of the people within 10 home runs.
Okay.
Usually it's a lot closer than that, but 400 I can definitely do that pretty close. 300,
so you got
and
500
even some people in the 200 home run club. So
wow.
Yeah, so but it's just, I don't know. I just remember it. It's stupid. It's annoying.
Do you have to study it, or like you just looked at it once?
I didn't look at it once. I don't have like.
See, that's what I'm like. How many times did you have to?
Yeah.
Look at the thing, at the form. Or
I can't say specifically. You know, it's
not many.
Not many. I don't have a completely eidetic memory. So that's the thing. It's not completely.
It's still a work in progress.
No, I don't think you can create that ability, but that's awesome.
Not with that attitude.
But it's close enough that like I don't have to look at it too many times in order to do that. Yeah, right. Absolutely. And I'm sure like my brain too with like the OCD stuff is just circling around it over and over again. I'm not even really realizing it, and so like it's probably cataloging it while I'm not even conscious of it. So. Yeah,
your brain's probably like, it's safer if we just remember this.
Yeah, exactly.
It's better if we just
double and triple check.
Yeah. Absolutely. You know what? Let's check it again.
Yeah. I can name almost all MLB Hall of Famers that have been inducted by the Baseball Writers Association between 1936 and today, and that's probably like 140.
Wow.
Players. Yeah.
See, I wish I had printed out like the 500 or the 300 so we could test. I'll test you right now that you could lie because I have none of that memorized. I am not a baseball fan, but
let's see if somebody's putting something in the comments.
Yeah, someone should test him, or I'll say one of the numbers because I did this
for
before.
Imprint for certain. I don't know what that means. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not a baseball fan, but I'm a good fan. I'm a good baseball watcher. Like if I go to a baseball game, you tell me who we're rooting for, I've become the diehard.
Oh, okay.
But that also means like I can.
So you're
as a bisexual, I can swing to anyway.
So your skill is that you are the ultimate fair weather fan. I see.
Oh yeah, I have no loyalty, but I
wouldn't even put that on a faux resume.
No, I wouldn't. That's not the skill. I'm just saying who hit 231 home runs? Is that a number?
That is a number, but that's not necessarily how
I get it. Okay, how does this work then? How can I test you?
You have to know who has.
I have to give you a name.
Yeah, you'd have to give me a name, or you'd have to give me a number within the 500 home run club. It'd have to be a number that people hit. So like.
I thought I was giving you a number 231.
Right, but first of all, it starts to get blurrier in that area, and I can't necessarily tell you that somebody's hit 231 home runs. Okay. So a good example would be like Frank Robinson. Let's say 586 home runs in his career.
Okay, so
he hit them. So if you said 586, I could say Frank Robinson, or you say Frank Robinson, I can say 586.
What about 570? 570 to 575, I'll take a name.
Harmon Killebrew hit 573.
Wow. Just the confidence. I
think it's 573, or is it 577?
The fact that you could still just narrow it down to just two numbers.
Shit. No, I'm not sure. I think Mark Guire had 573, Harmon Killebrew had 577. That's actually right. 573.
Wow.
Mark Guire, 577, Harmon Killebrew. Somebody
double check this information. Yeah, somebody double check.
Maybe actually. So I think that's generally right. Yeah. And then there's some other ones that have like 3 different people on them. So like 521 has like multiple people on it and other stuff like that.
Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah. So that is Ted Williams, Willie McCovey, and Frank Thomas are the 3 people on 521. Yeah.
Amazing. Never heard of those names, but they sound like real people.
They're real baseball players. Yeah, absolutely. This is a real thing. Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Yeah. And some other stupid stuff in my memory that's often related to that. It's not helpful.
Okay. Yeah. I think we should go back and forth. So one of my skills.
Yeah, I want to hear your skills now.
One of them is I can get people to play just about any game that I want.
Nice.
Including this one.
Okay.
That I got you to play.
What games do you like to get people to play to really push this skill? Like, what's like the biggest feat
game? What's a skill that's not on your resume?
But give me another example, another situation.
Yeah, low stakes thievery.
I'm way too malleable in terms of this. You having influence over me is meaningless. Yeah.
I think like low stakes thievery game. And by that I mean...
What does that mean?
I'm going to tell you. So,
I can't tell you how many cops are following me on Instagram or live right now, so we'll see. Yeah.
Anyway, so... have you ever been to a bar and they have a really cool little glass that your drink comes in?
Oh, yeah.
Low stakes thievery,
Yeah. You know what? Nobody has ever been able to get me to steal that. ever, and I don't think
if
I
I
could.
wanted, if I wanted to. That's the thing about when I like can get someone to, and like someone might say this is manipulation. I don't know, maybe. But like,
Oh no, it's manipulation, but that's okay.
I'm just setting some. I'm just encouraging them. I'm like, I can see
the people
that
who would say it's
it.
manipulation are those who understand what manipulation actually is.
Yeah, so they don't play with me. So
yeah, Kelly, when we were in college, I think she stole a couple of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Kelly absolutely has. I like it. I want it. I take it.
She's not as bad as some
not
other people.
Not like klepto vibes. Just like, and here's the thing. My rationale. I was like, bars right in to their year projections, and this is true for most stores in general. Like a percentage for loss and theft, and I'm like, they've already projected this.
Yeah, like
loss, theft, and damaged. All I think goes into like the same category.
I don't think my heart could handle stealing from a restaurant or a store like that. I like
a restaurant feels bad, a store doesn't feel good, but for some reason my brain is like a bar. You're serving alcohol.
Yeah, I will say this. I think like in terms of the overall judgment of morality, I don't have too many problems with it.
Most people don't.
But I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I could not.
But you're happy to stand idly by as your future wife does it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she'll let you know that I was not pleased when she did it the few times she did. But. Yeah.
I've been with partners who haven't been pleased. It hasn't stopped me. It's like, that's okay.
Yeah.
One of us needs to have a stronger moral compass sometimes. And right now it's you. But also I feel like you like the glass that I took. So like, you're benefiting from it.
Probably. Yeah. Okay. So getting people to commit petty theft. Petty theft. I like that. That's
stakes.
Good. Yeah.
Low stakes.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that in the game. Okay, I want to know another.
I can. So, the kind of parlaying off of this, for some reason people love to doppelgang me. I think I just have a face where like people can say, "Oh, you look like this. You look like this," because like can look like both super Jewish and not as Jewish people, and so like
I like that it's Jewish across the board, but it's either super Jewish or like
like I get that, but then I also just get like random other people too, and so like, but what I can do is I am decent, and it has to avail itself. It's not like totally clear all the time. I can doppelgang people based off of animated characters, so I can tell you what your animated character is, kind of like. More or less. So there's like there is this one person, and this is a bad example in some ways, but she was a beautiful person objectively. I want to make sure before I say this, but she looked like Fiona from Shrek pre-transition. And so I just can't get it out of my head.
Well, Fiona Shrek pre-transition,
she's still beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait. Okay, pre-transition.
Or you guys post-transition, right. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
You thought she looked like Fiona the ogre?
Just facially. She was a beautiful woman.
Facially,
but for
that's
some
a pretty big similarity.
I can't explain it one way or another. It was great,
What's mine? If you say Dora the Explorer, I'll be like...
Let's see.
You
give me a second to think about it.
Because the folks who say, "Oh, you look like Dora," I'm like, you've never met somebody who's even remotely Hispanic. I'm like, we all don't look like that.
So you give me permission to do this no matter how insulting it is.
I didn't say that.
Okay, why don't
God, sure, go for it. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm going to see my parents and my fiance today and have some mimosas. So I'll handle it. I'll recover.
So I would say that you...
I don't know.
You look kind of like a female version.
Oh no.
Of Pepe Le Pew.
You know what? Honestly, I will take that. He is like such a flirty cad, and like, you know what? Not way better than this whole like.
But is that not like totally?
Yeah, like I can see that. I can see the Pepe Le Pew, but there is a female Pepe Le Pew at later stages. But you mean at the Pepe? The
Pepe itself, not his love interest, not the. Gotcha. I mean Pepe himself, but female version. Yes, absolutely.
I think even that reference dates us because I don't think Pepe's still working. Pepe
really?
Le Pew.
Really?
I don't think there's new pews.
Oh wow, that's too bad. Yeah.
Pepe had a good run.
He did, yeah. So I would say that's one that I'm pretty decent at. Yeah.
I like that. Oh my, you know what? I think you should do that on
You think
stage.
I should start doppelganging people on stage like that? Yeah.
I really do. I think that'd be some mini coaching in the middle of this podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that'd be great.
I think it'd be I'm just like, I just want Sam to do this so I can see it at a show.
Yeah.
I feel like a good way to intro it is if you did it about two comics who came before you, so you've already got that kind of momentum.
Yeah.
And like people have heard someone talk and they already have an image of them, and then like
absolutely
one or
yeah
one.
Absolutely okay.
Depending on how one goes in the audience, because sometimes people get so.
They get worked up about it. Yeah,
they do. They get either worked up or they get too quick. Like in crowd, that's the risk with crowd work. Is
totally.
It's either just so phenomenal, or it's like, now I have more work to do because
totally.
Because you weren't really a great participant in it, and it's like it's my fault. Like I chose to do this, I picked the wrong person, or like
that's the way to go. But
just like when my fiance literally was silent when Taylor Tomlinson looked at her, spoke to her. And was like, "Are you in love? Who are you here with?" And she just
froze.
But it's because we sat right in the front at the Flappers Yoo-Hoo room because I got a text that
awesome.
she was going to be workshopping new material.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I was like, I can't run to the front.
Yeah,
it's not a great look for me.
That is a great room.
But you need to go.
I've seen several big names workshop.
Yeah,
good stuff. I had a little sidetrack. I had Whitney Cummings come on one of the shows where she was workshopping stuff, and the crowd was not great.
Oh.
And she just, it was great. She just excoriated them like halfway through. She was like, this stuff's like tried and true material here. I'm like, or she like switched to her tried and true and like said, and they still weren't doing. She's like, these things are like on Netflix specials. Like, you all better get it together. These idiots, pointing to the other comics, are just putting it out there. I'm going to go back to my mansion. But you get it. She said that was great. It was so good.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love that.
But yeah, that makes sense. All right, give me another one of your skills.
I'm going to say this because I do think it's a skill. And to preface, unfortunately, and I do preface many things just in my life about like fortunately, unfortunately, because I don't know which one it was. Right. I didn't learn until I think later than most people would think about some of the stereotypes about Jewish people. And unfortunately, fortunately, like most people I think who learn about stereotypes, you learn about them from someone who is one, not a member of that group and is speaking as if it is just a fact and truth. So like I didn't know about the like cheap stereotype because as far as I was aware,
saying?
That people think that Jews are cheap. So
whoa,
yeah,
I believe that. That's unbelievable. That's
I don't believe that, but I've heard that.
Yeah. It's terrible.